Just in time for those temperatures cooling off, one of Portland's most unusual run-walk events is back this weekend.
On the square, we get to the bottom of what's behind the Undy Run. See what we did there? Yeah. You like that? All right, be it boxers or briefs, you're welcome to sport your choice during a 5K at Willamette Park this Saturday.
Yeah, this clever family-friendly fundraiser, I should say, is put on by the Colorectal Cancer Alliance, along with raising thousands of dollars. With all those folks in their undies, it sure raises awareness about colorectal cancer. Gayle Armstrong and Dr. Monina Pasquale with the Oregon Clinic is here with some undies for us, Chris.
I brought mine too.
Yeah, now Gayle, do they give these undies out at the race?
They do. So you will receive a pair of undies instead of a t-shirt when you participate in the Portland Undy Run this
What a
Saturday.
great idea. Now you brought this run to Portland. This is the 4th year for it.
Yes.
Very passionate about it, because tell me about the diagnosis you got about 10 years ago.
So actually, Kathy, I was diagnosed with stage 3 colorectal cancer 12 years ago, and it became stage 4 10 years ago. And at that time, I was told inoperable, incurable, terminal.
And here you are.
And here I am. And I just am the very fortunate recipient of some wonderful medical care and a lot of good luck. So at about the 5-year place, I asked the Colon Cancer Alliance, which is now the Colorectal Cancer Alliance, if they would work with us to bring this event to Portland. It's actually a national signature event of the Colorectal Cancer Alliance.
And you're getting it done.
And this is our 4th year.
Congratulations.
These are the undies from year 1, year 2, year 3.
And year 3.
And this year it will be a new
undie.
A new undie.
Well, Dr. Pasquale, you know, patients like Gayle give us hope.
Yes.
Are the results getting better?
Yes. Currently, about 1 in 23 individuals will be diagnosed with colon cancer in their lifetime. And this is an improvement from several years ago. However, there's much progress that needs to be made in terms of advocating for colon cancer awareness and promoting screening and early detection strategies such as colonoscopy.
Yeah, tell us, doctor, about the best ways to detect this.
Well, first of all, the best way is the way that gets done.
Yeah.
There are 2 main
Sure.
modalities for early detection of colon cancer. The first is colonoscopy. And the advantage of that is the ability to prevent colon cancer. It's the one test where we can detect precancerous lesions before they ever turn into cancer. But an easier way to potentially detect early colon cancer is through stool testing. And these stool testing are done through detection of cancer cells or blood in the stool, which then prompts an individual to get a colonoscopy.
You know, the important thing you say is you do one or the other, and what is the age at which this starts, because it's changed over the years.
Yes. Well, currently, the United States Preventive Task Force recommends starting at the age of 50. However, if you have a family history, you would start earlier, potentially depending on the age at which your family member was diagnosed with colon cancer, or if you're African American, then you would start at 45.
All right. Well, I know folks will be getting educated Saturday as well as having a great time. It's happening at Willamette Park. You're with Armstrong's Army, correct?
Yes, I am.
Your
And
fundraising team.
Could I mention one other thing, that there is an increased incidence in young onset people under 50.
Absolutely.
And I
We've
don't
reported
know
on
if
that
you-
right here.
Yeah,
All right.
If so, having a family history may or may not.
Right,
be that.
absolutely.
So you want to watch for symptoms.
Absolutely.
Right?
All kinds of
Absolutely.
information on this at ccalliance.org,
Thank you.
as well as information about the run happening. Portland's Undy Run. Get out and do it.
PortlandUndy.org, and come and get your undies.
Thanks, ladies.